At 50 years old, I finally feel like I'm on the right track to building wealth for me and my family. I have escaped the consumer trap and am living below my means. I've invested in the stock market and I've built a portfolio of multifamily properties across Canada. In 3 years, we have built more wealth than in the past 30. We feel on fire. We're excited and confident for the future, but most importantly, we're grateful for all our blessings. And as much as I appreciate all the learning curves and financial lessons I've learned along the way, part of me wishes I could go back in time 25 years. I would love to go back in time and give myself a sobering slap. Tell him to stop buying stuff and invest into assets. And of course, to be ready to buy a few hundred Bitcoin when they got released. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a flying car with a flux capacitor or a starship capable of warp speed. But on a serious note, I can help some of you. So here I am from the future with a message. I have lived to 50. I have discovered how to build wealth from zero, and I can help you get started. And if you're in your 40s, 30s, or even 20s, and you adopt some lifestyle changes and some financial habits, you can beat me to the punch and become a millionaire. Now, I'm not talking about getting rich and buying fast cars and having faster lifestyles. No, I'm talking about lifelong financial security, the choice to work or never work again, the peace of mind that only true financial freedom can give you, and the satisfying feeling of building something tangible for you and your family or your future family. Along the way, your mindset will inevitably develop into one of growth and learning, and your life will improve on all fronts. You will tackle challenges as your resilience grows. And along the way, you will meet like-minded people on the same journey as you. That's a life of being financially free and successful. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? Well, it's all there for the taking. And I'm going to break it down to you chapter by chapter. By the end of the video, you're going to be raring to go. Now, the most valuable advice I can give to anybody young and starting out is to avoid consumer credit at all costs. Over 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. This is largely down to persistent exposure to consumer credit. Now, living above your means starts manageable, but it can quickly consume all of your income and balloon out of control. As the consumer credit grows, your ability to pay off credit cards diminishes. It can quickly get out of control, stifling your efforts to make money and eventually affecting your mental health. Now, I know as a younger person, perhaps more affected by peer pressure, fashions, and wanting experiences, this can be tough. Now, this is coming from someone who spent their 20s and 30s spending all the money on having fun and not investing a single dollar. You will regret not having a balance. Not falling into the consumer trap and not abusing credit cards on a quick gratification is a huge win at your age. Have fun, enjoy a treat, go out, but keep it under control. Your biggest advantage is time and your age. And we will explore that to the fullest later in building wealth. But number one, avoid the credit trap and avoid consumer debt. There really isn't much else that has destroyed lives in the financial world than consumer debt. Okay, next thing you need to do, assume you have a full-time job that's paying an average salary, you need to go out and get another job. Hear me out on this one, it makes a lot of sense. If you're working over 40 hours a week, you can easily factor in another 20 hours by working 2 or 3 evenings and maybe 1 day of your weekend. This can be a part-time job, drive Uber, do DoorDash, walk dogs, whatever. It doesn't really matter. You just need something sustainable and something you can do in, week out. If you can go local, you can save on commuting. Now, I would take that extra cash and invest it into the S&P 500 for an average return of 9 to 10%. I would put it into 2 or 3 solid ETFs for an excellent diverse portfolio and park it. Now, if you put $1,000 into that portfolio every single month and get that money working for you, over 25 years, you can earn $1.3 million with compound interest. Now, that's done in your spare time without touching your salary. You can retire on that. This is going to be plan B. If you do nothing else, you'll still have $1.3 million there ready to retire on. Now, I know 25 years sounds like an eternity, but let me give you a bit more advice from the future. Time flies. Life gets so busy. The world is constantly changing and moving, and time flies so fast. Now, you don't have to take any advice here today, but before you know it, a few years will pass, and if you haven't done anything, you're still in a financial position, or you could be in a worse one. Get a second income, open up a tax-free account, and start contributing today. And be confident that your plan B is infinitely better than everybody else's no plan. Do it for future you. I promise you, you won't regret it. I can also promise you that I totally regret I didn't do it. Now, if I had done it 25 years ago, do you think I'd be here? I'd be on the beach. Okay, this is another big one for younger people. Bad or resource-draining habits. Time to ditch them. First one, smoking. So unhealthy for you and so antisocial. Don't be a slave to nicotine. Kick it and kick it hard. I myself smoked for 15 years, and one of my biggest life regrets. Never again. It's a waste of time, waste of your health, waste of money. The same advice goes for soft and hard drugs. Now, these things are so cheap these days, the main benefit is not financial. Health-wise, we all know they will destroy your body and they'll destroy your mind. Be smart, educate yourself on the damages of drugs and drug abuse, and avoid them at all costs. Now, for most people, the biggest challenge is alcohol, especially at a young age. The desire to go out and let loose and have fun with friends is very strong. And once out, the potential to spend $200 or $300 on a couple of ounces of food is easily made. Consuming alcohol on a regular basis will drain you of your second most important resource, money. How many times has your wallet been drained or your credit card taken a beating because you're tipsy and having fun? You are literally peeing away your money. And to make it worse, the next day, the dreaded hangover comes in and you lose a day of productivity. Now, at the risk of sounding like your dad, it is honestly a waste of time and a waste of money, your two greatest assets. I gave up alcohol 3 years ago when I started to focus wealth building instead of wasting my money. Now, I recognize it's harder to make that commitment as a younger person, as alcohol forms an important part of downtime and social activity. But it can be done. Young people focused on building wealth do park it for a time at least, and it's a sacrifice that can reap epic dividends. But it's something you need to weigh up. And remember, once you're wealthy and financially free, you can spend all day on the beach getting drunk. The beach again. Okay, we've done plan B. Plan A is to start a business or a high income skill. Now, to increase your job salary, you can consider job hopping and get a pay rise every 3 to 5 years. But developing a high income skill like programming, becoming a realtor or something similar will push up your income substantially and give you a lot more resources to invest with. After all, as a realtor, you can earn 6 figures with just 3 or 4 sales in 1 year. Now, I don't want to make it sound easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. There's going to be a certain amount of hard work or smart work. But it is simple. It's a simple plan. And if you can find something with an interest in it, even better. Now, I was lucky enough to stumble into renovating, and I love it. Now I have a business that has a turnover of almost $2 million a year. It was an easy choice for me. And rest assured, I will be renovating long after I become financially free, as I'm finding out kids are more expensive as they get older. But starting that business allowed me to significantly increase my income, applying for tax breaks and business expenses, and even write off some of our living expenses. And some of that money can be reinvested into my assets to grow wealth. So find something you have an interest in and monetize it. And if there's nothing you're particularly interested in, find out what's going to make you the most money and focus on the income. The money can be the interest. Just make sure it's safe and it's legal. Now, educating and investing yourself is one of the best returns you're ever going to make, especially at a young age. Paying for books, a mentor, even a course can set you up for a lifetime of high returns and wealth building. By paying to get the experience, knowledge and wisdom of experts in the field, you are saving years of costly mistakes and trial and error. I have paid thousands for tools, mentorships and courses over the past 3 years. Now, I believe in myself and I understand that small investment will allow us to become financially free and build wealth. But it will also develop a growth and abundance mindset to handle the lifestyle that comes with it. After all, going from a broke mindset to a wealthy mindset, you need to be prepared for your new lifestyle. How many times have you read a new lottery winner going wild with the money and in 3 years' time being broke? Even with sound financial advice from the bank and the lottery company, the mindset is not ready for instant riches. More often than not, they blow it all, ending back in a job and back to square one. Invest in yourself, bet on yourself and feel good about it. You are stepping out from the crowd and going down the path of unlimited possibilities. Feel good about it. It's an awesome decision. Education and guidance is critical. Finally, as part of your plan A and your plan B, look to increase your investment contributions as your salary grows. When we started 3 years ago, we started with 10% of our income, but we soon increased that to 20% as we paid down our debt and cleared our credit lines. As you learn to live below your means and your salary increases, you can push that contribution to 30 or even 40%. After all, these are your working years, your time to graft, your time to set a foundation for your financial future. Investing more now and making a few small sacrifices will get your investments to grow bigger and quicker. Now, it won't happen overnight. There are no get-rich-quick schemes here. These are get wealthy, steady strategies and ones that will carry you and your family for life. But investing more and earlier will give a boost to the compound interest that is the backbone of your wealth. Now, we invest largely in multifamily homes in Canada using OPM, other people's money. We use investors' money to purchase homes and carry out renovations to appreciate the building. Once we refinance, we pay them back and even have a little bit left for ourselves. We value our investors like family, and our investors make great returns on our capital. And by using other people's money, it enables us to invest into growth ETFs and dividend stocks on the side. This is our plan B. We know the more we can invest, the greater the compound snowball will grow over the years. I am 50 years old now, likely older than most people watching, and my resource of time is much less than someone who's 20 years younger. They have 2 decades of compound interest on me, so we contribute more than 20% in an effort to make up for lost time. So investing more than 20% of your salary in your 20s and 30s, you have a fantastic opportunity to double or triple your fund. Instead of $1.3 million, you could have $3 or $4 million. It's an amazing opportunity and I'm very excited for you. So that's my message from the future. Use it wisely. As a side note, I'd also ask you to block out all the noise from the financial markets and the economic bodies out there. There are a lot of beneficiaries of drama and doom. We're in this for the long game, so pick a sound strategy, minimize your risk where you can, and be consistent with your efforts. But the most important piece of advice I can give you, start as soon as you can. Start tomorrow. Time is your greatest ally, followed closely by money. The more you can invest, the quicker the wealth can support you, your family, and your lifestyle. Believe in yourself, put in the hard work, and develop your mindset. You can be amazing. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I appreciate you. For your viewing pleasure, I have a video here about building wealth and one here about investing.